Hey everybody, how's it going? I'm Sethum and welcome back to another video, folks. And once again, I'm going to be doing a short video on Shiba Inu and some other of the coins that I'm into. Firstly, I am going to start off by saying that I am not a financial advisor, and this is not financial advice that I'm giving. This is just a video on what I'm doing and how I'm playing the current situation. Also, if you see messages like this, do not fall for them, because it's most likely that these are spams and scams and they will take your money. Nobody associated with myself or myself personally will ever ask you for any money. So let's get into the current situation of what is going on. Currently speaking, this is what the situation with the cryptocurrencies is looking like. So very nice, a lot of green going on. We are seeing a bit of a sell-off, so this is Bitcoin. Let's go and have a closer look at it. And so as you can see, we saw a bit of a sell-off, but it looks like we're going back up. Now, I do have a cutoff point. I did buy them actually quite low. In my previous video, when I said I was buying in, what I have bought in, of course, has made a decent profit. Now, I do have a bit of a cutoff point for all cryptos that I have invested in at their lowest. Of course, I don't expect this to continue for too long. I do think that in the near future, maybe halfway through this month, towards the end of this month, we will see another sell-off. So I am ready to sell all that crypto that I bought. Of course, the aim of the game is to get a profit off of it and then reinvest it. So what do I mean? What am I looking at? So let's quickly look at this. So right here on March 15th and the 16th of March, we have the next Federal Reserve meeting. Now, from the previous one, we did see, of course, a big crash in the stock market as well as in the cryptos. Cryptos do tend to reflect what happens in the stock market. Now, in this meeting on January right here, of course, they were just discussing the current situation around the inflation, which was quite high in the US. I think in March they will discuss the rate hikes. So that is probably going to be as negative as this one in January, potentially more negative. We'll see exactly what happens, but I do expect this right here to cause a sell-off in pretty much most assets, both stock market as well as the crypto market. So until then, I'm not buying any stocks, and when I have cryptos, again, I'm not investing anymore in cryptos until then. So I'm probably going to end up buying on these two dates. I think that is the lowest they'll get. Of course, we will have another one on the 3rd and 4th of May, as you can see right there. I don't think this one's going to be as bad as this one. And I think by June, things are going to be a bit more positive in the sense of that this will probably do the most damage. So that's kind of what I'm playing on. The idea is what I bought on this date has already made a profit. What I expect to see is we will reach a point where we level out. At that point, it's most likely after that we will see a fall in the prices. So I intend to sell before that happens and use the profit to buy in again in March, effectively getting, I don't know, I'd say anywhere between 50% to probably potentially doubling it. Now, if we go back to what is happening here with Bitcoin, as we can see, Bitcoin has had a bit of a sell-off. It did reach, let's have a look over here, it did reach $45,000 per coin, which was nice. We've started to go down since, so at this point I'm actually keeping my eyes out on what's going on. We did go through a nice phase with Bitcoin where it was pretty much trading sideways. This is, of course, right here. If like I said, I have a sell option or a backup plan as to where I'm about to sell. If we get, say, to around this level, so say $42,000 per coin, everything that has made a profit Bitcoin wise will be sold off. I'm not just taking the profits, I'm selling everything and then of course reinvesting it, because I do expect that we will probably go back down to this level. So I might as well sell everything off and then buying back at this level, effectively increasing the amount of currency that I hold. So this will apply to Bitcoin and the other crypto asset that I hold. That is my plan. Let's go to Ethereum. Ethereum's doing quite good as well. Similar sort of movement as Bitcoin. If we look at XRP is also seeing a sell-off. Solana didn't perform as well as I expected it, but I'm still up, so that's fine. Let's have a look right here. So where did I buy in? Kind of bought in around this area. Yeah, I sort of bought in around this area, so I'm still up on Solana. I did, of course, expect it to run a bit better, but that's fine. I'm happy. I'll take whatever profit I can get. It's still profit. What else do we have here? Shiba Inu. Actually, Shiba Inu has done quite well. Polygon's done quite good for me. And with Shiba Inu, my plan is basically if we reach the 30 level, that is pretty much a sell-off for me. So I'm taking everything off the table, including profit, as far as the cryptocurrency that I have. Now, don't forget, I did buy at some point, which was quite high, around the 60 mark. I'm keeping those on the table because I do think we will get to those levels in due time. So there's no point in selling off what is at a loss, because I think this year we will probably at some point get to that level. So I'm keeping an eye out on this. When we get to 30, if we touch 30, I'm selling out my positions and basically not reinvesting until after the Federal Reserve meeting. Now, that is kind of my plan. That is what I'm doing. When I bought in, when I made that previous video, or in my last video, I did buy in when I said, and I have made a good amount of profit, which of course I'm going to use to buy in even more on the next dip, which I think is just around the corner. Now, I personally expect that maybe this week we might still have a chance to get some more gains potentially next week, but I would say after next week we will probably end up going back down in preparation for the Fed meeting. So from that point on, I'm not buying anything. I'm not buying any crypto. I'm not buying any stocks, and I'm just going to wait for that. And I'm going to buy stocks after that because I think that is the lowest point that they may end up this year. But of course, the year's only begun, so there's still a lot around the corner. We don't know what other news will hit us and, of course, how that will affect the market. So just based off of what I know so far, this is how I am seeing it happen. Now, in my previous video, I did, of course, also talk about ShibaDoge. I did buy this quite a while ago. And again, I am in profit. As you can see right here, we have got a very nice market cap of $275 million, which is nice. I bought it, I think it was just under 100 million market cap. So it did do quite well. Overview. This is what we're doing right now. So of course, ShibaDoge isn't doing too well whilst the main cryptos are up. But I expect that once they start going down, the people that do or have been doing this for a while will start transferring their funds from the main cryptos to these altcoins, which of course will then see an increase in them. But if we look at the holders, this is what's nice is from February, we consistently see a growth in the amount of holders. So this is quite good. This is a positive thing. I'm hoping that this will do quite nice. I like the price, so I might potentially put some more money in here. Now, if I go to this right here, this is my portfolio on basically everything that I own in terms of crypto. And I've done actually quite good. I'm up on every single crypto that I have obtained. Of course, these right here, I got for free from Coinbase, I think it is. Yes, yeah. So on Coinbase, if you go on the app or on their website and you make a account with them, you do get a couple of questions that you have to answer. Well, it's more like a tutorial, to be honest. So you get like a little tutorial on each of these cryptos. Then you have to answer some questions based on what you watched, and you actually get some crypto. So this is like, they give you, I think, like around $20 worth of it. More or less everything that I have bought in or got for free, more or less, is up. So eventually, once we reach a max amount, or where I think we've topped off for the time being, I will sell these off and then see what I am going to invest in. But that is pretty cool. That's just basically some free crypto. It's not a lot, but it's something to play around with if you're interested in that. And that is pretty much it for the time being. I do think Shiba Inu is going to have a good year this year. There's a lot of positive news around it, a lot of things that will be coming out in the future. There is the Shiba Inu blockchain, which is definitely going to make a big difference. Hopefully they release it after March, after the Federal Reserve meeting, and I think that is the best time to actually let it run wild. There are a couple of other things, and of course with the release of its own blockchain, I think that is just going to increase this crypto's capability. I do think, I mean, you have to look at it, you know, from a utility perspective. It will have its own blockchain, which is kind of designed to reduce gas fees by a lot. If you use Ethereum and trade Ethereum, you'll know that the gas fees are really high. So you can end up paying anywhere between $20 to $150 per transaction. It's just the way it is. So that is nice. I think that is going to be quite useful. There's, of course, its metaverse game coming out, and there's quite a lot of other things. Of course, Satoshi has announced that there is a record-breaking deal on the way. I think he said internet breaking deal. So we'll see. Of course, that still has to be announced. So yeah, definitely a lot of positivity for Shiba Inu. I think it is going to do wonderful things this year. So I'm staying invested in it. But at the moment, I'm also looking at, you know, trying to increase my position within Shiba Inu, and that just means selling up at the top and buying at the low and just doing it all over again until I have a good position that I'm happy with. That's without investing any further money into it. So I think that option is also on the table. That is pretty much it for this video, folks. I do hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, please don't forget to support me and the channel by hitting that like button and subscribe for more similar content. Until next time, stay safe, folks.